Greetings, I am the wrestling fan. I may not be the best wrestling fan, but I am the finest. Now I know it's been quite a while since you've seen my beautiful face in this type of setting, and for that, I just feel sorry for you. But I am well aware that I am horribly behind when it comes to what's been going on in professional wrestling. So, before I get back to doing what I do best, I'm going to catch up on everything that I missed. And I do mean everything. So, please sit tight. I'll be right back. Okay, I am now officially caught up on everything pro wrestling that I missed. And holy fucking shit, a lot of amazing crap happened. I mean, Daniel Bryan, he main evented WrestleMania 30 and won the WWE World Heavyweight title to boot, plus beat Triple H in the opening match of the night? Is this some kind of bizarro world? Ultimate Warrior, Bruno Sammartino, and Macho Man Randy Savage are all finally in the Hall of Fame? Didn't see that shit coming. NXT has taken over the world, and they're bringing in all the best independent stars, and the independent wrestlers are now taking over the WWE. What the fuck? I mean, New Japan Pro Wrestling is on fire and doing amazing business. Ring of Honor is still doing really, really, really well. TNA, well, TNA still sucks, but honestly, I saw that coming. I mean, so many great matches and moments that all reminded me why I'm such a big fan of professional wrestling. Unfortunately, with the good, always comes the bad. My all-time favorite CM Punk left WWE and then was fired and now is retired from wrestling and is going to start fighting in UFC. Ultimate Warrior, the American Dream Dusty Rhodes, and Roddy Piper are now all passed on. Undertaker's undefeated streak is no longer undefeated. It was defeated by Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 30. Okay. Hulk Hogan has now been erased by WWE because of, I guess he's a huge racist. Jimmy Superfly Snuka has been arrested for the alleged murder of his girlfriend in the early 1980s. Fantastic. Oh, and also, my other favorite guy, Daniel Bryan, may have to eventually retire because of his injuries. So, why the hell did I come back again? Now that I'm completely caught up, let's get down to business. For those of you who are new to me, or new to the Pick of the Months, let me quickly explain what a Pick of the Month is. Every single month I will choose one match that happened in that month from any organization, past or present, that I feel has been overlooked or is underappreciated, and I'll talk about it, review it a little bit, just to get the word out for people to go and watch it. Also, I will never ever ruin the outcomes of any match I do on the Pick of the Month, or any good matches, period. Now on that note, I was going through my wrestling DVD/Blu-ray collection, and I stumbled across 3 Ring of Honor DVD sets that I hadn't really taken a look at yet. And all 3 were of the bearded wonder himself, Daniel Bryan, aka Bryan Danielson. And I discovered quite a few matches of his that took place in the month of November. And even though it was a tough call because they were all really good, there was one in particular that I felt doesn't get as much praise as it deserves. So, my pick of the month for November 2015 is Bryan Danielson versus Jushin Thunder Liger from Ring of Honor's Weekend of Thunder Night 1, which took place on November 5th, 2004. I had no idea that Bryan Danielson and Jushin Thunder Liger, 2 of my all-time favorites, had ever locked up before. So when I found this gem of a match, I could not wait to watch it, and I was certainly not disappointed. Jushin Thunder Liger rarely comes to the United States to wrestle, so when he came to Ring of Honor to showcase his legendary skills, I bet it got wrestling fans talking. For him to go against one of Ring of Honor's premier wrestlers in Bryan Danielson was an exciting prospect, and frankly, it was a dream matchup that I had thought about in my head many times. From the get-go, the Ring of Honor fans were excited and into the match. To see a legend like Liger tussle with the American Dragon had them screaming and showing their respect. I do love Ring of Honor crowds, and even if there's only a few hundred, it always sounds like 1,000. Even though Bryan Danielson was in full heel mode here, he still shook hands with Liger at the start of the bout, showing his respect. But the respect disappeared quickly after Liger showed up Danielson a bit in the beginning. The American Dragon then focused on Liger's left leg and punished it continuously, but Liger kept coming back and even had the upper hand. The match was very back and forth, with Jushin able to showcase his famous moveset, but Bryan showed off his as well, and didn't seem intimidated by such an iconic wrestler. I'm not saying that this will be remembered as one of the best matches of either men's careers, but it certainly delivered and made both wrestlers look great. My favorite part was when Bryan went for a diving headbutt and missed, and then Liger tried one himself and also missed. It's my favorite part because it summed up the match perfectly. Both men were trying to one-up each other, and threw all of their best pitches. Cattle mutilation, dragon suplexes by Danielson, and brainbusters and a Liger bomb by Jushin. Hell, Danielson even tried to rip Liger's mask off to throw him off his game. That really pissed the crowd off. This match had everything I wanted to see, and like I said, it was a dream matchup that kept me invested until the very end. Should you see it? In a word, yes. Now to watch this great match, I do recommend getting Ring of Honor's first ever DVD set of Bryan Danielson, simply entitled The American Dragon. I'm also going to recommend one more match on it, and it takes place right after the Jushin Liger Bryan Danielson singles match. It's a tag team match that took place the very next night, night 2 of the Weekend of Thunder, that saw Samoa Joe team up with Jushin Thunder Liger, and they went against Low Ki and Bryan Danielson. How fucking awesome is that? And yes, it is that fucking awesome. Get the set, watch both matches, and of course, watch the rest of the DVD set. It's awesome. Now before I end this video, I do have something to say about the man himself, Daniel Bryan. I mean, obviously, I'm a Daniel Bryan fan. I'm certainly part of the Yes movement. Unfortunately, while watching everything that I missed, I discovered that Daniel Bryan has suffered a setback when it came to injuries. Shortly after he won the title at WrestleMania 30, the WWE title, he had to relinquish it. And then he was off for basically the rest of the year. He came back, won the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania 31, and then had to, shortly after winning it, relinquish that as well, and he hasn't been able to wrestle since. I've read that there is a strong possibility that he may have to retire for good. As depressing as that is, because selfishly I want to see Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan back in the WWE, you know, because frankly they really need him right now, but I want to see it. If it is the end of his career, that's okay. Because, I mean, really think about it. He has had a Hall of Fame independent career, and in my opinion, he has had a Hall of Fame WWE career. I mean, not bad for some little short kid from Aberdeen, Washington, who was told that he was never going to make it, and he did. And he's had a long career. He's been wrestling since, 2000, and he's got a life ahead of him. He's got a wife. He's got a family. He wants to start his own family. So I hope when he goes back to this new doctor, they tell him he's ready to come back, and WWE lets him. Hopefully they're just keeping him on the shelf to bring him back strong. But if it really is the end of his career, I completely understand if he decides to hang up the boots for good. But if that is the case, I wanted to do a little tribute to my man, Daniel Bryan. Hang on. All right. Everybody, grab a beard, unless you already have one. Okay. And join me in chanting Daniel Bryan's favorite word. And before we do that, I just want to say, Daniel Bryan, I know you'll probably never see this, but if you do, I really hope you the best of luck. I hope you can return from your injuries, but if not, retire, and just know that you have nothing to be ashamed of. Will I always be a member of the Yes Movement, and will the Yes Movement continue to go on? Yes! Yes! Yes!